Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Turn 3 Racing Network, as tonight we're here at the Monster Mile for the Bang Energy 200 as the Elite JoinAPS Cup Series starts race number 5 tonight. And it will be 200 laps on this high-banked 1-mile speedway. My name is KR Stolbus. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. I hope you all are ready for what will be some high-speed racing action. This track might be a mile long, but it drives like a short track. Drivers are going to be working their steering wheels as hard as possible. We're going to see a lot of trouble coming off of turn 2 and turn 4 here tonight. It really is going to come down to who can manage their tires, who can get through 200 miles the cleanest, fastest, and, well, contact on the backstretch. One going around. As you can see, things aren't necessarily going to be all sunshine and roses and daisies and tulips. Drivers have got their work cut out for them tonight, that is for sure. Just under 10 seconds left in practice. Frankenfield posting the fastest time so far in this practice session with a 22.784. Track has picked up a little bit of speed since the start of the practice session. The qualifying, we'll see what kind of times these guys can lay down. Speaking of qualifying, we're getting ready to switch over to it. Green flag flying on our qualifying session. Jacob Bell in the 77. He is the first car out on track. And Jacob Bell getting up to speed, finds himself tonight $49 points. Sorry, I had to find him on the chart here. He's 49 points behind our point leader, Chad Frankenfield, in 20th spot. So Jacob Bell looking to make up some ground here tonight. 77 machine, though, has shown flashes of speed throughout the season, just has been unable to capitalize at the right time. We'll see if the 77 can work on that a little bit. The qualifying underway here. Several other drivers getting out on a track now, so we'll try and bring them to you. The 42 machine of Thomas George gonna shut it down and hold out quickly, but then hold it to a stop. The 12 machine of Damian Leininger gonna cross the start finish line right now. He is sitting in second place. Got Haney in the 3 machine. Right now he finds himself 8th quick on the charts, but he's gonna come around to the start finish line. And he is going to move to 9th place. Second lap was faster. Brandon Key in the 2 machine. Currently in 6th as he just is slowing down from his qualifying effort. The 00 of Joe Torres finds himself in 11th. He's coming around in that freaky fast Jimmy John's machine. Across the start finish line for him. Torres gonna stay in 12th place for the moment with a fast lap of 23.195. Jose Mejia in the 46 bouncing off the inside wall there, up into the outside wall. Alice Myhan in the 41. Coming around Across the start-finish line, he's gonna go. This track really gonna challenge these drivers all night long. Tires are gonna wear out. None of that matters here in qualifying. It is all about getting that lap as clean and crisp as possible. My hand currently in 14th. Just about a minute 20 left to go in qualifying. A couple other drivers starting to filter out on track now. As we like to do here on Turn 3 Racing Network, the national anthem will finish out this qualifying session, and we will bring you our starting.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As the drivers are starting to take to the grid, that means it is time to go through this lineup. Row number 1, Chad Frankenfield in the 15 machine on pole position with a 22.668 quick time for him. Our points leader coming in to tonight, Chuck Sweeting in the 23 machine, going to start on his outside. Row number 2 will be the 25 of Joshua Furr picking up the win at Indianapolis. Joshua Adams in the 95 machine going to start outside row number 2. Row 3, Thomas George in the 42 machine and the 22 of Ryan Lutz. Row 4 will be Damian Leininger and the 37 of Ethan Burrell. Row 5 will be the 10 of Jared Rexing and the 19 of David Tooker. Row 6 will be the 64 of Andrew Rucker and the 31 of Jared Campbell. Row 7 will be the 26 of Tyler Riggs and the 6 machine of Logan Shea. Row 8 will be the 83 of Stephen McGough and the 77 of Jacob Bell. Row 9 will be the 45 of Matt Arcara and the 2 of Brandon Key. Row 10 will be the 41 of Dallas Myhan and the 7 of Joshua Personette. Row 11 will be the 94 of Kendall Noah Player and the 86 of Ethan Reisner. Row 12 will be the 00 of Joe Torres and the 3 of Scott Haney. Row 13 will be the 73 of Michael Goodman and the 28 of Joshua Clark. Row 14 will be the 9 of Rusty Capel and the 46 of Jose Mejia. Row 15, J.R. Bolden in the 1 machine, the 87 of Richard Hines. Row 16, Brent Jones in the 89, the 29 of David Westergreen. Pace car is off, Brandon Wilkinson and Adam Meyer with Matthew Weeks in 35th. Green flag is out. We are back to racing here with the Elite JoinAPS Cup Series. Everyone getting through turns 1 and 2 cleanly for the moment. One car slow coming off of turn 2 down on the bottom there. We got one sideways. That looks like the 95 machine. He is going to collect another car. And just like that, we are going to go back to yellow as Joshua Adams was working his way through 3 and 4. Adams on the high side of the 22, the 37 of Ethan Krell. Gonna get into his back bumper. Shea's gonna get tagged. The 83 machine of Stephen McGough gonna get involved. One car on the restart there spinning his tires. We go on board on this replay with McGough. Things happen very quick here at Dover. Several cars already on the pit road, several staying out though, including our race leader, the 15 of Chad Frankenfield. The caution flag coming out very quickly. Cars staying out on the track. Dallas Myhan in the 41 machine, the first one off of pit road from those who made stops. So the 15 Ed Frankenfield gonna try and it looked like he was gonna try and join in on the pace car activities there, but this race being drawn to a slow very quickly. We did have 32 drivers take to the green flag. One driver who missed the start now rolling out on the track. That is the 29 of David Westergreen. That will give us 33 drivers out on track if the 83 and the 95 can get rolling once again. 95 leaving his pit stall is one lap down. So was the 4 of Brandon Wilkins. 83 of McGough not rolling just yet. Lights go out on the pace car. Everyone lining up 2 by 2 for this restart. The 15 electing to restart on the outside line. 23 machine of Chuck Sweeting now going to be on the inside. So these two swapping positions from our original start of the race. And the 25 of Joshua Furr and the 42 of Thomas George will make up row number 2 for this restart. Ford Mustang down and away. Frankenfield in control of the field. Gets on the throttle, and here we go. Green flag back out as we complete lap 5 of 200. Driver's going to try this again. Frankenfield with a great start there, able to get away cleanly. Down into 3 and 4. Double apex there. Carrying a lot of speed down these straightaways. That 15 machine looking very fast here in the opening laps of this race. Chuck Sweeting, though, not letting him get too far away. Driver's starting to get single file here very quickly. Working lap 8 of 200 now. Laps click off very quickly here. Last time around was a 22.764. Fastest lap of the race by our leader, the 15 of Frankenfield. We are going to keep an eye as these cars work their ways off of turns 2 and 4. That will be the danger spot all night long. Little side-by-side racing action here. The 10 of Jared Rexing and the 77 of Jacob Bell. Rexing gonna win that battle. The 10 moves into 10th place. Jared Rexing came into tonight second place in the point standing, only 9 points behind Frankenfield. Still a lot of laps to go here tonight. But we might see that 10 machine make his way up into the front. He has got to find a way to close the gap a little bit in this points battle. We are nearing the halfway point for the regular season. This is race 5 of 11 in the regular season. Got a few slow cars here. 87 pointed the wrong direction. That is Richard Hines. We go to our turn 3 instant replay. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to the 87 machine. Oh, big stack up in front of him. The one of J.R. Bolden getting turned on the backstretch. And that looked like a huge chunk in net code, with 37 Ethan Burrell getting involved as well. A big spin on the backstretch, but that is going to bring everyone onto pit road. Except for the 77 of Jacob Bell. He is going to stay out there. But the 15 leading the charge on the pit lane. 4 tires on the order for everyone out there. The 15 easily winning the race off of pit road. So Jacob Bell in the 77. Credited with leading a lap. Has not made a pit stop yet We'll see if the 77 will come down pit road this time after picking up that bonus point. And he does hit pit road. All right, guys, we're going to step away for just a moment. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you once again for joining us here tonight. We are at the Monster Mile for 200 miles, 200 laps. High-speed action. For the moment, the field slowed behind the pace car. We are working our second caution of the night. 2 cautions here very early on. Beautiful day for racing. Air temperature crisp 78 degrees. Track temperature a high of 109 degrees. Very low wind out of the north. No humidity, so it is a nice crisp 78 degrees, as I said. Track being a little hot here. Might be throwing these drivers a little bit off for how slick it is. But the 15 gonna restart once again on the outside of row number 1. The 42, Thomas George, on his inside. And Frankenfield gets to the throttle and he's gonna clear the 42 very easily. The 22 of Ryan Lutz able to clear George. Well, can't quite clear him as they head off into 1 and 2. He's going to get a good run on the outside here. And the 22 machine going to move into second place. And right away, caution flag coming out once again. We got one car facing the wrong direction. That is the 9 machine of Rusty Capel. Rusty working his way through 1 and 2 here. Big stack up in front of him. The 37's going to go around the 9 with nowhere to go. The 23's going to get involved. So the 3 and the 37 make contact coming off of turn number 2. The 9 with nowhere to go. The 95 collateral damage collecting the 23. All those drivers just kind of trying to mind their own business. And I'll tell you, this has been a rough start for these drivers here at the Monster Mile. It is starting to chew up its victims very early on. Chuck Sweeting, who started on the outside of row number 1 for this race, on pit road, finding himself with some damage, very possibly. Could be done for the night, as for the moment he has gone behind the wall. An early exit for our front row outside starter, Chuck Sweeting, in the 23 machine. I do want to point out that Matthew Weeks in the 11 machine has made it out on track. Weeks got a late start to tonight's event. He does find himself 14 laps down. But once again, caution flag flying here at Dover. Our third caution. We're working lap 19. Have quite the field of drivers. Looks like we're going to have 30 cars out on track. And this flag flies. Joshua Adams in the 95. We'll see if he can make it back out there. He is being serviced by his crew. That car's seen better days. It's going to be a long night for the 95 machine of Adams. Let the lights go out on the pace car. Frankenfield electing to restart on the outside lane once again. Ryan Lutz in the 22 machine can restart on his out inside. Row number 2 will be the 40 of Thomas George and the 19 of David Tooker. Field working its way through 3 and 4. Pace car getting ready to peel off. Frankenfield once again in control. Gonna have to restart once again. He's shown that outside lane is where he wants to be. On the throttle he goes, and we are back underway here in the Bang Energy 200. Frankenfield easily clearing the 22. Chad able to complete another lap as the 83 machine of Stephen McGough, after spending 17 minutes on pit road, is going to roll back out on track and rejoin this battle here in the Monster Mile. The 46 machine, Jose Mejia, way up high here as the 00 Joe Torres looking down in the inside. Whereas going to pull alongside here. Canny clearing by the time he gets off of turn number 2. Not quite got him down the backstretch just yet. But now he does complete the pass. So Torres moves into 16th spot. Now the 6 of Logan Shea down to the inside of Michael Goodman. The 6 Not able to get the run up off the corner he would have liked to have had. He's going to lose a few spots here. Goodman's going to clear him, and the 94 of Kendall Noah Player clears him as well. '45 machine of Matt Arcara as we go on aboard with him. Arcara finds himself in 9th place behind the 64 of Andrew Rucker. See just how quickly these laps are done. Matt Arcara took us around for a lap there. Drivers now looking to be single file here. Who have a little bit of a battle. That is the 77 of Jacob Bell. Logan Shea able to complete the pass on Bell. Bell finds himself right now in 21st spot. The 94 taking a look to the inside here. Michael Goodman on the outside through 3 and 4 in that 73 machine. Kendall Noah Player down on the inside. Jacob Bell in the 77 going to join him as well. 2x2x2 for a moment. And now Goodman's going to get hung out to dry on the outside lane. He's going to tag that wall. Fortunately, no one was on his inside when he bounced off the wall. Matthew Weeks in the 11 way up the track, allowing some lead lap cars to get on by. But Michael Goodman tagged that wall there. Coming off of turn number 2, shot him down to the bottom on the backstretch. Was able to gather it back in. But lost a lot of ground, so Goodman finds himself in 21st spot now. Brent Jones in the 89 machine on his back bumper. Right behind Jones is the 37, the first car 1 lap down. That is Ethan Burrell. Burrell trying to get back to the lead lap. He has got a long way to go. He's currently scored in a 29th spot. The 3 machine of Scott Haney is the last car on the lead lap, currently running in 28th. Our race leader, Chad Frankenfield, in the 15, starting to share the same straightaway with him, so he's got to find a way to hustle it up. As Ryan Lutz in the 22 is going to make a move off of turn number 4, completes the pass through 1 and 2. We have a new race leader. Chad Frankenfield led the first 32 laps, or led for 32 laps, and now the 22 is going to come around. He is going to lead his first lap of the race. So the 22 machine out front. Frankenfield in the second. And now it becomes a question of who is conserving some tires for a long green flag run here. As it's starting to feel like we're going to click off some laps. Have a cars battling here. The 2 of Brandon Key getting passed by the 26 of Tyler Riggs. I'm sorry, the 7 of Joshua Personette. Tyler Riggs, 1 spot up in front of Joshua Personette. Now the 2 is going to be attacked by the 10 of Jared Rexing. Rexing in the inside, he on the outside. Brandon with a good run down the straightaway from that outside lane. 14 of Brandon Wilkinson. Now he's going to try and take advantage of the 10. Ducks in behind him down the backstretch. But through 3 and 4, going to take a peek to the outside. And the 14 get the power down off the corner and onto the front stretch. Rolls along door to door. Got his nose out in front by a little bit. The 14 of Brandon Wilkinson going to complete the pass off of turn number 2 on Jared Rexing. Now he sets his sights on Brandon Key in the 2 machine. The driver's starting to come and go. As a caution flag is going to come out. 42 of Thomas George slow on the front stretch. See what happened to the 42 and the 19 as they're battling side by side through 3 and 4. Up off the corner they come. A little bit of disagreement as to who is going to be running where. 42 comes to a stop. The 42 tagged by the 19, then hits the inside wall. Fortunately, does not slide up into oncoming traffic. Pit stops on order for our drivers. 22 leading charge on the pit road. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the drivers have started to form up for the restart here tonight. Lutz in the 22 electing the outside lane, and Frankenfield will find himself on the inside for this restart. Then is Joshua Furr and Damian Leininger picking up row number 2. Here we go. The 22 gets on the throttle. The 15 spins his tires a little bit. That's going to cost him some time, but the 22 got away cleanly there. Leininger going to try and attack the 15, but just like that, the caution flag comes out as we have a huge stack up on the front stretch. Several cars facing the wrong direction, one of those being the 00 of Torres. Gonna back this up, watch what happens here. Torres in that freaky fast Jimmy John's machine. Was the 89's gonna spin his tires and collect the 00. '89 of Brent Jones just unable to get the power down as nice and cleanly as he would like. So a rough restart there puts us back under caution. With this caution flag coming out, trying to see here who that is going to benefit. Thomas George in the 42 machine finds himself one lap down after being involved in our previous yellow. Had to work on that machine, got it straightened out. It does not look like he was in position to wave around. Will be the first car one lap down for this restart. Now he's going to head for pit road, maybe work on that damage a little bit more. Try and get that car a little bit straighter. The 22 remains out front. Drivers working those tires back and forth. This is our 5th caution of the night. 6 laps completed under yellow so far. A brief little attempt at a green flag situation. Did see the 89 spin his tires. We saw Chad Frankenfield spin his tires too on that inside lane. The Chad now gonna have to make an adjustment. Be prepared for that tire spin this time. Maybe he'll be able to get a little bit better of a start. But the 22 had no such problems. That outside lane has been the preferred lane for all of our drivers so far tonight. 22 going to elect the outer lane once again. All right, lights out on the pace car. Here we go. The restart coming your way. Frankenfield jumped it a little bit. Backs off, lets the 22 lead to the start-finish line. Clean and clear there. For all that I know through the rules here with the Elite Racing League. But the 15 did make the adjustment, applying pressure to the 22 of Ryan Lutz throughout the entire lap here. But single file, most of our drivers in the top 5 go. They work their way now through 1 and 2. Go on board with Ryan. Cars battling further back in the pack, but for the most part we're seeing single file now. We look in on the 6 of Logan Shea, taking a peek to the inside of Jared Rexing. Rexing closing the door on him. Reasoner in the 86 battling with the 6 of Jose Mejia. Jose finds himself 14th place. Ethan Reasoner in 15th. Rusty Capel way up high in that 9 machine. Rusty's still on the lead lap, fight at one point, facing the wrong direction on the track. Is running in 19th spot, right in front of the 28 of Joshua Clark. But Rusty really running that high line as some of our drivers now moving up to that outer lane. '87 going to take a peek to the inside here. He's going to complete the pass. That is Richard Hines. '31 of Jared Campbell also going to get around. Campbell, though, is 3 laps down. Jared started in 12, or Gerald started in 12, finds himself in 30th place right now. A lot of racing left, but man, he has got a hole to climb out of. He is making some moves here, looking to be pretty fast, and he did lay down a qualifying time good enough for 12th, so there is some speed in that car. Got a shot at making this work, but he is going to need some more help as he is 3 laps down. That is a big old battle here at Dover. Back to the front we go, though. The 22 Lutz way out in front now has a 1 second lead over Chad Frankenfield. At 22. Taking us for a lap here around Dover. Downhill, you actually go downhill to enter these corners. You go uphill when you're coming up off the corner. The banking is just that wild here at Dover. He is going to right around the high side in the entry of the corner, using the throttle to let the car turn. Gets down to the bottom of 1 and 2. Smooth on the throttle. Good lap by the 22 of Boots. Does have the fastest lap of the race so far with a 22.7 flat. That 22 machine right now is out front and flying. Frankenfield trying to track him down in the 15 machine. Sitting in second, our third place driver, that is the 12 of Leininger. Amy and Ben running inside the top 10 all night long. Finding himself right now in third place. With these cautions that we've had, I'm not really sure how long on a fuel run these guys are going to go, but I can tell you their tires are already starting to fall off. Dover will chew up your tires quickly, especially in these cup cars with all the power that they have. Those back tires start to whine and cry a little bit. '77 of Jacob Bell going to lose the spot to the 7 of Joshua Personette. You have 25 cars on the lead lap. Dallas Myhan in the 41 machine is our last car on the lead lap. 95 of Joshua Adams is the first car 1 lap down. He is in a battle with Thomas George and David Westerbein for that first car 1 lap down status. For the moment, it does belong to the 95 machine. Thomas George in the 42 sitting in a 27th spot. Finds himself 4.5 seconds behind Adams. George, who qualified well, got involved in an incident off of turn number 4. That car just has not been the same for him since. Has not really had a whole lot of speed in it. The 42 continuing to soldier on out there. Frankenfield, though, sitting in second. We go on board with Chad. Last lap for Ryan Lutz as he crossed the starts-finish line. 24.173. Best lap of a 22.700. Creeping up on 2 seconds here in the fall-off category. That 22 machine, though, just a little bit faster in second place that time around by about 1/10 of a second. Coming up on J.R. Bolden. Bolden in the 1 machine. Now is the last car on the lead lap. Heavily torn up. That natural light, kind of off-white colored, not sure, but no challenge here for the 22. The 1 gonna head to the high lane, and Lutz gonna go right on by. Now J.R. Bolden finds himself first car 1 lap down. We are working lap 73 of 200. Meanwhile, the 94 of Kendall Noah Player all over the back bumper of the 77 of Jacob Bell. Player making a move to the inside. Going to complete the pass off of turn number 4. Bell going to fall to 16th place. Kendall moving up into 15th. The 87 of Richard Hines hounding the 9 of Rusty Capel. The 87, despite missing his front clip, rides around in 21st spot. Not too far off the race pace. So he's doing all he can to keep up. Doesn't have the most aerodynamic machine, but that 87 not quite giving up just yet. You have one car on and off of pit road. That is the 29 of David Westergreen. Not sure when our leader's going to hit pit road. We have had quite a few cautions. We have 32 cars running out on the track right now. The 89 of Brent Jones finds himself being the first car done for the night, or I shouldn't say the first car done for the night, but he is behind the wall, being credited with a 33rd place finish. Chuck Sweeting in the 23 machine will be credited with 34, and Adam Meyer in the 35 machine, unable to start tonight's race, will be scored in 35th position. But as I said, we got 32 cars out on track. Rusty Luch, your race leader, is attacking the 3 of Scott Haney, trying to put Haney one lap down. '22 is going to complete the pass on the front stretch. Now the 3 machine is the first car in the one lap down category. There are 4 drivers all battling for that honor at the moment to be the first car one lap down. But as fast as this 22 is, he's going to pick up a few more drivers here in just a minute. The 83, that is Stephen McGough. He is already 19 laps down, moving way up out of the way. He's going to go 20 laps down here. And now Michael Goodman, the next driver to fall to the pace that the 22 is setting. And Goodman and Thomas George right there. George now 2 laps down. That 42 machine really wounded. Long race for the 42 here, as slow as it currently is. Now Dallas Myhan in 22nd spot is the last car running on the lead lap. Our leader wasting no time getting through lap traffic. So Myhan trying to outrun Ryan Lutz. Frankenfield, though, falling a little bit further behind our race leader through this lap traffic. He's running way up high here. trying to get everything he can out of these tires. Leininger in the 12 machine, still sitting in third place. But now the 25 of Joshua Furr starting to close in on him here. Furr has been a little bit faster the last few laps and has shrunk the gap to the 12 machine. Catching is one thing, passing is another. That multicolored Lifesavers machine now really on the back bumper of the 12. Started third. Lowest he's ran tonight is 6th place. Finds himself in a 4th for the moment. We continue to cycle around. The 9 of Rusty slowed down the backstretch. Not sure what happened to him. Back this up a little bit. The 9 machine, a little bit of contact there. Big save by the 9. It looked like him and Jose Mejia made contact coming off of turn number 2. Now the 46 and the 87. Trying to battle it out. That is for 19th and 20th spot. '73 of Michael Goodman has gone behind pit lane. Let's see if Goodman can get back out here. But a long pit stop for Michael Goodman. Rusty Lutz in the 22. Still trying to track down the 41 of Dallas Myhan. Lutz has been out front for 58 laps. And a very good car underneath him here tonight. Frankenfield in the 15, trying to track him down. And not a whole lot is going on as far as our top 5. Lutz currently leading, Frankenfield in second, Leininger third. Joshua Furr still all over the back bumper of Leininger, just not able to make the pass while they've been battling it out though. The 64 of Rucker is closed in as well. It was the 12. Had to make a big move. 3 wide into turn number 1. Furr thought better of it as the 83 of Stephen McGough kind of being a little bit of a factor on the 83. Is going to take out the 64. The 64 then of Andrew Rucker. Heavy contact, the 10 of Jared Rexing involved. But the 83 of Stephen McGough, who was trying to stay out of the way, ends up bouncing off the wall on turn 2. Collecting the 64 of Rucker. Scott Haney in the 3 going around. Brandon Key getting involved. Jared Rexing in the 10. He got a little piece of it. Rexing tried to bring it to a stop, just speeds so high here at Dover. Things happen so quick. But everyone coming down pit road. Four tires on order for our lead lap cars. 22 down and away. Can Chad use that first pit stall to his advantage? No, the 22 just too strong. Great pit stop by Lutz and his gang. Back under yellow we go, guys. While we have a moment, we're gonna step away, catch our breath, grab a drink, grab whatever you need. We'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the pace car peels off. Lutz in control of the field, electing the outside lane for this restart. And away we go. Green flag out once again. Lutz clearing the 15 of Frankenfield. Down into 1 and 2. No challenge for the 22 just yet, as he continues to put on laps in that lead category. Wow, wording, phrasing. Joshua Furr in the 25 moves into 3rd place. Leininger falling to 4th. We are nearing the halfway point of this race. Michael Goodman in the 73, rejoining the battle, finds himself 16 laps down and 30th spot. Frankenfield in the 15 though, making a look to the inside. Nothing there this time around. Lutz moving up half a lane there. coming down low for his exit. Able to carry a lot of speed down the straightaway doing that. These Cup cars, with all the power that they have, really chew up the back tires. But Lutz has found something here tonight. He is able, throughout most of a tire run, to be one of the fastest cars the entire run. He almost got into the wall on the backstretch there. How quickly your fortunes can change here at Dover. Lap 104 in the books. Laps now starting to count down. We are past the halfway point. Frankenfield in the 15, our early race leader. And the 22 has taken over. The 22 has not looked back since. But the 15 just won't let him get too far away. About a second and a half was the biggest gap between first and second. Lap traffic playing a factor into that. With this restart, everyone able to bunch back up. See when they get back into traffic, start having to negotiate that. We go on aboard with our race leader in the 22. Coming up on a lap car. The lap car going to drop down to the inside. I believe that was the 31 machine. Jared Campbell. Campbell gonna hit pit road. A little bit of side-by-side racing action here. Joshua Personette and the 7 battling with the 37 of Ethan Burrell. Oh man, the 37 almost getting into the quarter panel of the 7 machine, and Personette going to complete the pass. Personette into 8th, Burrell into 9th. David Hooker in the 19 machine finding himself in 7th place right now. The 14 of Brandon Wilkinson looking to the inside of the 12 of Damian Leininger. Wilkinson been having a good little march to the front. Started 33rd. Right now he is in 5th place, so that 14 machine has been on the move all race long. Has not led a lap just yet, but a very solid performance by the 14 here tonight. The 12 of Leininger just in front of him. Leininger been in the top 5 quite a while now. Damien came into tonight 5th place in the point standings, only 16 points off of the top spot. So the 12 looking to gain some ground in the point standings as the caution flag gonna come out. '28 of Joshua Clark on the inside wall. Let's back this up a little bit. Let's figure out what happened to the 28 machine of Clark. As something weird happened to the 28 there. Not sure what that was. But the 28 slows, goes down to the infield, goes straight, collects the 86 machine of Ethan Reasoner. Take one last look at this. I'm wondering if that's a controller error in the 28. But a very unusual situation bringing out the caution here tonight. But the 22 of Lutz leading the charge on the pit road. 4 tires for everyone. And the 22 down and away. Can he beat the 15? No, the 15's going to win the race off of pit road. So Chad Frankenfield finally able to take advantage of his pit box. But it looks like maybe he got caught speeding. And so the 15 now is going to have a hole to dig out of, as he is going to start at the tail end of the longest line. 86 of Reasoner on pit road, getting worked on by his crew. The 28 of Joshua Clark down and away. So Clark able to continue after a weird situation for the 28. Not sure what happened to him, but it had all the lookings like maybe his pedals got disconnected, steering wheel disconnected, screen went blank, any number of equipment failures there. That car just slowed and then went straight at what was probably the worst time it could happen. But the 22 of Lutz going to restart once again as our race leader. Frankenfield did beat him off of pit road, but a penalty going to the 15. He now has fallen way down the order. And so penalty to the 15 will have a lot of work cut out for him here, but as fast as he has been, he's got a good shot at making it back to the front of this field. But the 22 gonna elect the outside lane for this restart. This time he is going to have a new competitor to his inside. That is the 25 of Joshua Furr. Row number 2 going to be made up of the 12 of Damian Leininger and the 14 of Brandon Wilkinson. Row 3 will be 19 of David Tooker and the 45 of Matt Arcara. Here we go. 22 waiting for his chance to get back on the throttle. Pace car down and away. And Ryan Lutz into the restart zone, wasting no time getting to the throttle as soon as he got there. Clearing the 25 of Fur very easily. And now sets his sights on getting back to racing, clicking off his laps, hitting his marks. No one in front of him. He's able to do that in whatever style he chooses. But here comes the 25 of Fur. Joshua sensing a little bit of clean air as he has been up into second place for the first time here tonight. Joshua now starting to hound the 22. Trying to put some pressure on him, but Lutz not going to give in to the pressure that easily. Wilkinson moving into third, Leininger into fourth. Fifth place will be David Tooker. The 37 of Ethan Burrell just outside the top five. He finds himself in sixth place. That 37 machine has been in recovery mode for most of this race and now finds himself sniffing out a top five despite not having a back bumper on that machine. So the 37 having a heck of a race despite everything it has gone through. Matt Arcara in the 45 right now sitting in seventh place. Started in 17th position, had to work his way to the front. Good run up off the corner here. He's going to make a move to the inside. Can he make it stick? That outside lane has been the preferred line coming up off the corner. Burrell not giving the position up easily. He's going to go way up high. He's going to let the 45 have it this time around. So the 45 moves into sixth place. The 37 now being scored in seventh. 22 of Lutz, though, starting to open up a gap. He's almost 1 second ahead of Joshua Furr in the 25. Cars on the lead lap. The 64 of Andrew Rucker. Last car on the lead lap for the moment. He was running inside the top five before bad luck caught up to him. The Monster Mile chewed him up, spit him out. Now that 64 running around this track wounded. But he continues to run around. And right now he is scored in 20th spot. Now the 45 of Arcara trying to work over the 19 of David Tooker. He wants into the top five. Speaking of our top five, Lutz leading it, Furr in second. The 14 of Wilkinson. Leininger in fourth. And Tooker in fifth. That makes up your current top five. Arcara now pounding the 19. Maybe going to get a run here off the corner. Nothing just yet. Takes a peek to the inside. Tooker going to go way up high and gives the spot to the 45 machine. Matt Arcara now into the top five. Starting to move to the front. Leininger in the fourth. Could be the next victim to fall. Meanwhile, Lutz in the 22 puts Brandon Key in the 2 machine. Another lap down. Key finds himself 10 laps down now. That 22 has just been fast all night long. He is almost about to lock up, leading the most laps in the race here tonight. He leads just one more lap. In fact, I believe he's already locked it up, as Frankenfield had led about 30 some laps. Chad Frankenfield, though, after being handed a penalty from what I would assume would be speeding, the 15 machine is now running in 11th place after having to restart in 17th. Finds himself mired in the pack here, trying to find a way around the 7 at Joshua Personette. Jared Rexing right in front of him in the 10 machine. Rexing making a move on the 6 of Shea. Logan Shea got that outside lane working, but Jared Rexing able to hang tough on the inside. Not able to get the power down that time, and lost a lot of ground as Personette gonna make a challenge to the outside of the 10. Frankenfield in the 15, just waiting for one of these guys to decide who's gonna pass who. Jay going way up high. Logan trying to get a good run down the straightaways by running that higher lane. Now Kendall Noah Player trying to join in on this battle as well. Got Haney in the 3 on the pit road. Haney does find himself 31 laps down. Not the night that the 3 would like to have. Got trying to make something happen here in that 3. Maybe being serviced by his crew. Got a little bit more damage on it to be hammered out. Andrew Rucker in the 64. Lap down here, trying to stay out of the way, being up on the high side. Rexing in the 10. Losing a little bit of ground now as he's not been able to come up off the bottom. Logan Shea in the 6. In 8th place, Joshua Personette 9th. Frankenfield moving into 10th. Kendall Noah Player able to clear Jared Rexing, so Rexing gonna fall all the way to 12th place. As our race leader has a 2.6 second lead over Joshua Furr. 45 of Matt Arcara still trying to track down Damian Leininger. He's gotten to his back bumper. But so far has been unable to complete the pass. As Frankenfield does get around Personette. Now sets his sights on the 6 of Logan Shea. Frankenfield making a move to the inside. Through 3 and 4 they go, side by side. And Logan gonna get a run down the straightaway off the corner. Frankenfield diving down to the inside. Can he get the power down and clear the 6? And it looks like the 15 has got him cleared and put Frankenfield up into 8th place. After restarting 17th, he'll got a little bit to go, but he has a clean track for the moment he can click off some fast laps without having to battle with cars around him. Scott Haney rejoins the battle. Meanwhile, Lutz now a 3-second lead over Joshua Furr in the 25. Tyler Riggs in the 26, pit stop for him. Actually, that doesn't look like a pit stop. That looks like something happened to the 26, and it does. 26 slowed down the backstretch of Tyler Riggs. Down below the racing surface, not trying to bring out a caution. He does take the flatbed back to his pit stall. As the 22 of Lutz continues to lead. And the caution flag is going to come out this time, as the 64 machine, I'm not sure. Nope, it was not for him. Do not know why the caution came out this time. We have missed that one. If someone happens to know, please let me know. I'd love to see what happened there that brought out the caution. But the field gonna form up behind the pace car once again. 4 tires and fuel for our lap leaders. .22 leading the charge on the pit road. Brandon Wilkinson in the first one into his pit box. Joshua Furr in the 25 into his stall cleanly. .22 of Lutz gonna win the race off of pit road. Wilkinson gonna come off second. Furr falling to third. All right, so we're gonna reset the field, guys. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Lights have gone off on the pace car. Field starting to line up. Ryan Lutz in the 22 machine, electing the outside lane once again. That has proven to be the best place to be for a restart here at the Monster Mile. Brandon Wilkinson for the first time tonight. Restart on the front row, this time on the inside. Row number 2 for our restart, the 25 of Joshua Furr and the 12 of Damian Leininger. Row number 3 will be Matt Arcara in the 45 and Chad Frankenfield. He continues to try and recover from that penalty received in the previous caution for speeding on pit road. But here we go. Pace car is off. 22 in control of the field now. Brandon Wilkinson for the first time able to challenge for the lead, and the 14 gets a great restart. Does not let the 22 get too far away. Both these drivers free and clear of the rest of the field. And so Wilkinson now sets his sights on the race lead after starting 33rd place. We'll see if Wilkinson has anything for the 22. That 22 has just been outstandingly quick all night long. Frankenfield making a move to the inside of Leininger, going to complete the pass off of turn number 4, put Chad into 4th place. Chad now sets his sights on the 25 of Furr, taking a look to the inside for turns 3 and 4. Furr going to move to the high lane to defend. Can he get the run up off the corner that he needs? Frankenfield, though, able to use those fresh tires a little bit better, and he completes the pass, so put the 15 back into 3rd place. Now Furr to the inside. Can he make something happen? Frankenfield, though, in the 15, going to get that power down and hold on to 3rd place. Sets his sights now on the 14 of Wilkinson. Meanwhile, Ryan Lutz already got a 1-second lead over Wilkinson. Side-by-side battling going on here. Jacob Bell in the 77 on the 95 of Joshua Adams. Bell going to complete the pass. Adams in the 95 to 14th spot. Bell into 13th. Laps starting to wind down now. 41 laps to go in our scheduled distance. Looking out the back of Lutz, you see Wilkinson in the 14 holding on to 2nd place. 15 and Chad Frankenfield into 3rd. This 22 machine has now led for 126 laps. Has been the class of the field here tonight. Race isn't over just yet. This Monster Mile can jump up and bite anybody at any time. Wilkinson holding on to 2nd, but under heavy pressure from the 15 of Frankenfield. Meanwhile, the 37 of Ethan Burrell continues try and find a way to the front and finds himself in 7th place right now. At 37 machine, as I said before, has had a rough go of it here tonight. Has found a rhythm, has found a groove, has had a steady march to the front. Once he got inside the top 10, things were not as easy, and it is going to be very hard for that 37 with all the damage on it to continue moving forward. Not saying it's not possible, but that damage really is going to limit just how fast that car is, how well it handles. Meanwhile, the 15 going to make the pass on the 14. The Wilkinson falling to 3rd. Frankenfield now back up into 2nd place. Brandon taking a peek to the inside here, trying to challenge back. But with that pass, Chad Frankenfield can officially say he recovered from his penalty as far as for positions on track. However, he now has to make up 2.5 seconds to Lutz, who has just really opened up the taps on this 22 machine. Set sail on the field. Now the 25 of Fur trying to hound the 14. Joshua Fur taking us for a ride with the gyro cam. You can see just how much this track is banked. This camera is supposed to sit at a flat 0 degrees. You see that dashboard always off at a canter. Machine and Leininger rounding out your top 5 as Lutz, Frankenfield, Wilkinson, Fur, and Leininger make up our top 5 for the moment. We're looking at 30 laps to go here tonight in the Bang Energy 200. Matt Arcara still trying to find a way into the top 5. Hounding the 12 machine as he has been for the last several laps. We do have 26 cars out on track. Of those 26 cars, 19 are on the lead lap. Joshua Clark in the 28 machine. He is the last car on the lead lap. Joe Torres in 20th spot. He's the first car any number of laps down. He finds himself 2 laps down right now. For the 0-0. Laps down. Maybe hoping for a caution, maybe not. Been a bit of a long race. Might just be content to finish it out. Meanwhile, the 7 of Joshua Personette and the 94 of Kendall Noah Player battling it out. Personette and the 7 going to make the pass on the 94. Personette into 10th place. Jared Rexing into ninth. About 1.4 seconds ahead of the 7 machine. Seven running a white and pink paint scheme here. Very similar to the 94 that is right behind him. It was the 94 big wiggle coming off of turn number 4. That's going to cost him a little bit of ground. Logan Shea in the 6 trying to take over a spot, trying to capitalize on that little mistake by the 94. The 6 taking a peek to the inside. Nothing there just yet. He is all over that back bumper hoping for another mistake. Meanwhile, the 25 of Furr now challenging the 15 of Frankenfield. Frankenfield losing some spots here. Looks like maybe he tried to push it too hard in the early stages of this tire run, and now is paying for it here in the latter half of it. Wilkinson in the 14 has already gotten around him. Wilkinson back into second place. Back to this battle we go, as it looked like Kendall was going to take a peek to the inside. Now he moves to the outside as Personet's going to protect the bottom. But our race leader, Ryan Lutz, enjoying his biggest lead of the night. Just over 4 seconds on the 14 of Brandon Wilkinson. That 22 showing no signs of slowing down. Still holding on to the fastest lap of the race, a 22.39 knot. He has led for 146 laps. Has locked down the most laps led of the night. That 22 machine has made it look easy around this Dover Speedway. But man, what can Ryan Lutz lose here if he continues to push hard? Now, I'm not saying he's pushing as hard as he can, but he is opening up that gap more and more each and every lap. That 22 shows no signs of slowing down. And you just got to be careful a little bit when you're pushing. Especially when the tires start to wear out. You don't want to push it too hard. You don't want to step that car out. Make a wrong move. Maybe zig when you should have zagged. The 22, really solid all night long. If anyone would hate to see a caution, that would be the 22 machine. He is a 4.5 second lead now over the 15 of Frankenfield. Chad found a way back into second place. Wilkinson in third in that 14 machine. But man, Brandon Wilkinson, what a challenging race for him, as he had to charge through the field. Now has found himself battling for second, third, and fourth. Right now he has settled into third. Joshua Furr in the fourth place, right behind him. Second, third, and fourth running right there in your camera shot. Right behind the 25 though. David Tooker in the 19 taking a peek to the inside of the 12. Oh, it's the 12's gonna get loose coming off the corner. He's gonna make contact with the 19 machine. They are gonna go around on the front stretch. David Tooker in the 19 facing the wrong direction here. Gets it rolling. But he was just on the inside trying to make a pass on the 12. The 12 coming up off the corner got loose, got into the quarter panel of the 19. Slow spin down the front stretch for both of them. Fortunately, none of them hit the wall, but the 19 is going to lose a lot of ground here. But that is going to bunch the field up. That is going to give somebody a chance to topple the 22. How is this going to play out? Might see 2 tires from somebody deep in the field, but our leaders all know 4 tires here at Dover is the only way to go. Frankenfield right on the back bumper of the 22. He knows this has got to be the best pit stop he has had all night long. And it looks like he's overshot his pit box, had to back up a little bit. That is going to cost him a lot of time. 22 down and away. Brandon Wilkinson in the 14. Going to come off in second. Frankenfield into third. Joshua Furr coming off pit road in 4th place. But Ryan Lutz able to hold on to the lead. Leininger in the 12 machine, on pit road, trying to hammer out as much damage as possible. At the start of this show, I said turn 2, turn 4 are going to be where all the hot spots are. Very easy to get loose coming off of turn number 4. Very easy to get into the wall coming off of turn number 2. And it looks like that is what caught out the 12 machine here tonight. Come off of turn number 4, had a big wiggle, got into the 19, turned David Tooker in the 19 around. Tooker, who was making a move into the top 5, because of that spin, now finds himself in 17th spot. And the 19 gonna have just a few laps left in this race. Car not torn up too bad, so might be able to make something happen with these laps that he has left. Brandon Wilkinson though in the 14. Can he get a good start here? Because I have a feeling that if these drivers let the 22 clear them on this start, they won't be able to reel in that 22 machine. Could be the final restart of the race. Gonna get the green flag with 8 laps to go. Brandon Wilkinson, Ryan Lutz making up row number 1 with Lutz, our race control car. Chad Frankenfield in the 15, the 25 of Joshua Furr, row number 2. Row 3, Jared Rexing in the 10, and the 45 of Matt Arcara. Here we go. Lights come on the pace car, though. We're going to take another lap around as the field is not entirely set. One more time around. Now we're going to get the green flag with 7 laps to go. Everyone who hit pit road took 4 tires. No one taking the 2-tire gamble. Boots and Wilkinson, Frankenfield and Furr, Rexing and Arcara. Those are your first 3 rows. Then the 37 of Ethan Burrell, the 7 of Joshua Personette. Taking up the next row, the 95 of Joshua Adams. Wow, the 95 really having a good recovery. Pace car is off. Here we go. Lutz on the throttle. Green flag is back out, and Wilkinson in the 14 is going to let the 22 get away. Now he's got to try and reel him in. That 14 has got to be on the loud pedal as much as possible, because that 22 has been the class of the field here tonight. He is looking at 6 laps to go this time around. Frankenfield in the 15. He's going to get around the 14. So Chad Frankenfield into second place. Maybe he has something for the 22. Onto the front stretch they head for 5 laps to go. Frankenfield in the 15, trying to track down the 22. Got to lay down just 4 more fast laps. But Lutz in the 22, well, he knows what's at stake as well. Meanwhile, the 37 of Burrell able to clear Arcara in the 45 through turns 3 and 4, move him into 6th place. Jose Mejia and Dallas Myhan battling it out for 11th and 12th place. Myhan gonna tuck in behind Mejia. Mejia in 11th. But Lutz looking at 2 laps to go this time around. The 15 just not able to reel him in. The 22 has been out front for 164 laps. White flag in the air. The 22 gonna get to the start-finish line. Final time around for Lutz. Frankenfield's got one more shot at it, but he is so far back, it is gonna be hard if the 22 doesn't make a mistake. I'll tell you, well, the way that 22 has been, turns 3 and 4, not gonna be a problem for him. Onto the front stretch, checkered flag waving, and Ryan Lutz gonna be your race winner here for the Bang Energy 200 at Dover. The Monster Mile being tamed by the 22 machine. Chad Frankenfield gonna come home in 2nd place. Brandon Wilkinson in 3rd. And Lutz doing some wonderful 360s on the front stretch. Picking up his first win of the season. That's 5 races into the season, 5 different winners here in the Elite JoinAPS Cup Series. At 22, burning it down all the way on the front stretch. And the engine lets go. The Ryan Lutz celebration over for the 22 machine. But he picks up the race win. So while we wait and see if we can get some post-race interviews in, go ahead and go through our finishing results here tonight. Well, maybe not, because it looks like it has backfired. So Ryan Lutz gonna pick up the race win. Chad Frankenfield finishing second. Third place going to Brandon Wilkinson. Fourth, Joshua Furr. Fifth, Jared Rexing. Sixth, Ethan Burrell. Seventh, Joshua Adams. Joshua Personette finishing eighth. Ninth, going to Matt Arcara. Kendall Noah Player finishing in 10th. Jose Mejia finishing 11th. 12th, going to Dallas Myhan. 13th, Jacob Bell. 14th, Richard Hines. Joshua Clark in the 28 machine going to finish in a 15th spot. 16th will be David Tooker. Rusty Capel in the 9 will be 17th. 18th, Damian Leininger. Logan Shea finishing 19th. 20th going to David Westergreen. 21st, Andrew Rucker. Joe Torres finishing 22nd. Brandon Key 23rd. 24th going to Michael Goodman. Matthew Weeks finishing 25th. 26th will be Thomas George. 27th, Tyler Riggs. J.R. Bolden in the 1 machine finished 28th. 29th will be Ethan Reisner. Scott Haney finishing 30th. 31st going to Gerald Campbell. Stephen McGough 32nd. 33rd will be Brent Jones. And Chuck Sweeting finishing 34th place here tonight. All right, guys. Well, it looks like we have a few drivers who we can get a word in with. And let's start with our second place finisher, and that is Chad Frankenfield. Chad, man, congratulations on second place out there tonight. Oh, nope, Chad does not look ready to talk. I apologize. Let's see if we can talk to our third place finisher. That is Brandon Wilkinson. Brandon, you got your ears on, bud?
Yeah, man, I got you.
Well, that machine started way back in 33rd, and then it took you for a ride to the front, made it up to second place, settled on third place here tonight.
Yeah, it was a good day for our Kirkwood Transportation, Patriot Media and Marketing Services, Chevy. Those guys foot the bill for us to race here, so just got to thank them. We're happy, we could come to Dover and put on a good run for those guys. Everybody at Epic Media, Drew Krybeck, everybody at the Posse, Majeski, Schaefer, Spearman, Mark, everybody that works on short track stuff that keeps me up and going on short tracks. I just got to thank all those guys. Lutz was pretty much gone tonight. I don't think anybody really had anything for him. So congrats to him. And we almost had second there.
Now, that final restart, you were to the inside of the 22. Do you feel you made a mistake or just missed your mark a little bit that allowed Chad through?
Yeah, the second to last restart was really good. I mistimed it a little bit there and buzzed the right rear, but it's really tight taking off, and Chad's faster for the first 10, and then I would catch him the next 5, and then he'd catch me after that, and it would just go back and forth. So I'd let him by, he'd let me back by, so I raced really good with him, and there was a gap behind Chad there. Up off the restart. So instead of holding him up, I just kind of let him go and rode it out to the finish there. But all in all, we'll take it. Ryan was pretty much gone all night, and we were able to capitalize on Chad's mistake earlier on and put us in second. If anything were to happen to Ryan through lap traffic. But no, these guys, they run really good, and looking forward to the rest of the season. So, Tuesday night was the third in the mod, and we'll take a third here at Dover for sure.
All right, man. Well, before we let you go, any final shout outs or thank yous?
Yeah, just once again, Todd Kirkwood and Grant Brown over at Kirkwood Transportation and Patriot Media Marketing really foot the bill. They split the cost to run the series, and they're the reason I'm here. The posse, Drew Krybeck at Epic Media, Splash and Go Graphics, you guys for broadcasting, and Chad for having a good league to run every couple nights here for sure.
All right, that is Brandon Wilkinson, driver of the 14 machine, bringing it home, third place here tonight. Now it's time to move on to our second place finisher, and that is Chad Frankenfield. Chad, you got your ears on, bud?
Yep.
Man, oh man, that 15 machine had the lead in the first part of the race, then settled into second for a while. Looked like you got a speeding penalty at one point, had to work your way back through the field, and here you are finishing second place tonight. Tell us a little bit about your race.
It was a good solid race. There's a lot of clean racing coming up through the field there. When after the speeding penalty, only got anything for Lutz. The only time I could really make ground on him is if we were 30, 40 laps into the run. But no, it was definitely the second fastest car today, so I'm definitely happy with that.
Well, the 15 came into tonight with the points lead. Looks like you're going to expand that lead a little bit as well. We're nearing the halfway point of the regular season. You do have a win on the pocket. In your pocket, we got 5 different winners in 5 different races. Tell us a little bit about this league and what's it going to take to really see someone start to pull away and be the defining regular season champion.
Just consistency. I think, an 18 race season, we'll probably have 12, 13, 14 different winners. But the consistency is the most important thing, and I think that's something I'm very good at. I can usually bring a car home in a decent point spot. So that's obviously the goal. If I can get a win, I'm going to get a win. But right now I'm shooting for those 15, chase points, obviously, with trying to, wrap up the regular season championship at the end of at the regular season. But yeah, it's going to be a battle.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on second place here tonight. Any final shout outs or thank yous that you'd like to give?
No, that's it. I mean, I just want to thank everybody for running tonight. Thanks for joining PS for coming on board, and thank Bang Energy, Damian Leininger, for sponsoring the race.
All right, Chad. Well, congratulations on second place, man. Job well done.
Thank you, sir.
All right, guys. That was our third place and second place finisher, able to give us a quick word for our post-race show. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like our winner, Ryan Lutz, in the 22 is going to be able to join us. So that will just about wrap it up for us here from the Monster Mile at Dover. What a spectacular race it was. Got off to a rough start. We had 3 quick cautions right in a row. But man, we also saw some great long green flag runs. A lot of cars passing. A lot of battles throughout this entire race. And I, for one, look forward to the Kenny B200 next week at Auto Club Speedway. Make sure you join us, Turn 3 Racing Network, for that event. We will be going live right around 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. Make sure you're here for that, guys. And until then, hopefully y'all have a good night, and I will see you next week.